review the questions at the end, and we'll go over them live. Okay, so this is live. It's Thursday, May 22nd here, and we're going to go over today. We're going to show you how to set up a simple sales funnel here. So let me share my screen, and we don't have live chat, but down at the bottom there is a Q&A button. So just click the Q&A button, put your questions in there, and we will read them out as we go along. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go. So yeah, if you're in the right place here for Networker Central, hopefully you're already a subscriber. If not, definitely take advantage of it. It's just networkercentral.com. You can sign up for a free 14-day free trial to check it out, to use the whole platform. But for most of us on this call, you're probably already a subscriber to the platform. So we welcome you back, and here, let's jump in. So I'm logged into my account just as you would be. This is a premier subscription to Networker Central. This is the dashboard area. What we're going to do, we're going to jump over to the websites. So on the left navigation here, this is all the main categories. The websites is a second tab. And down below that, the first option is for landing pages and websites. So I'm going to click onto that. And when you're in this area, you'll see a number of websites down below. The first one, this is your default website. You can set this yourself. I'll show you how to do that after we create the page. Then there's a section for custom websites, probably blank unless you've already started creating your own websites. So you can see here in this account, we've got 2 sites we've started creating. And then down below, these are ready websites. These are the ones that are pre-done, out of the box, ready to go. Okay. In here, a lot of you might already be using these pages. They're great. I mean, there's a lot of nice looking pages that might work for your business without you needing to do anything. Okay. But what we're going to be doing here is show you how to take it a little bit further, and that is creating your own. So what we want to do is go up to the custom sites area. You're going to see a block right here. It says create new site. So you just click on the blue, I guess it's a white plus button in a blue box. Click on that, and it'll refresh with all the templates that are available. There's currently, I think, 36 templates right now. There will be more, and like I said, we're moving into different verticals outside of direct sales and network marketing. So you will start to see a lot more templates in a lot of different verticals in the near future. But in the meantime, there's like 36 different ones here. Kind of just scroll through whether you're looking for a full-on website. For today, I'm going to pick something really simple here. Let's go with this tropical one. Just a simple sales funnel. If you want to just preview what the page looks like, you can do something here. And then if you want to actually use it, where did I go? There she is. So I click use template, and I'll provide a name for this. I'm just going to call it opportunity, but you can call it whatever you want, and you can change it after the fact, so don't worry. But as soon as you click the create button, it'll create the backend components for this template that you're starting to use. And right now we're actually in like an editor mode. So you can just hover over the various components of this website to make any changes you want. So, let's just start here. We're going to keep it really simple. Now, if you're not familiar with what a sales funnel is, sorry, I don't have a graphic that shows it here. I wasn't prepared. But basically, the idea of a sales funnel is to take a prospect through to a specific action. Because if there's too many ways for someone to go, the mind gets confused and no action is taken at all. So if your goal is to drive a prospect through to watch a video and make a sale, Okay, you might have a sales funnel that captures their information on page one, has a video, maybe it does a longer 20, 30-minute presentation, and then it clicks through to your sales page. That would be considered a sales funnel. Another example, and the one that I'm going to show you today, is pretty common, which is booking a meeting, booking what some people call a discovery call. And this is where a prospect will, again, come through a couple stages and then book themselves into your calendar. And I love this one because what's great, and I'll show you at the end too how this works, but we can um, we can even drive traffic here for you. So literally, once you build this, you can have a turnkey solution that automatically drives prospects through and schedules appointments. So all you need to do is follow up, give your presentation. Hopefully videos do that for you as well. And it's just a real simple way to grow your business. But here we are in this template. And now all these areas are editable, including the background. So some of the sections here, like if I wanted to just change now ahead of time, I need help with writing copy. So I just, you can ask Ava right here. Just click on the AI button and just say, hey, I need help with a headline. This is what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. I did this ahead of time just to save time here and just put it into a notepad. So I'm not wasting a lot of time with you. So here, you want to replace this headline with something else. Want more freedom in your life? Revealing video exposes a simple truth. Watch now. Okay, so easy enough to replace the text. If you want to, you could change the font sizes, etc. You can do that within here, and you can change the font styles. You can bold them, you can italicize, you can change colors, whatever you want to do here. Let's just say, for example, we wanted to change this section to orange. We could do that right here. So very, very simple on editing this area here. Now, same goes for a video. This is just a placeholder. You're probably not going to want to use the video that's in here, but there is a lot of great videos in the platform that you can use. Now, I'm going to grab one here. So this is going to pull from the media library. I probably should have shown you this first, but what you're going to want to do ahead of time is upload the assets that you're planning to use. So if you already have a 2 or 3 minute video you want to use for your main landing page, you're going to want to upload that to your personal media library. If you have any other images or backgrounds, etc., you're going to want to put those into your media library, and we'll show you how to do that. But for right now, let's just go into this. Will pull from the existing media library. So there's a team media library and then a personal media library. So the team one, this is stuff that we've created and we've made available to you. So there are actually a number of different videos. It's just going to look through and pull up all the videos in that account. But let's just say here that I'm going for a travel video. I'm going to pick this one here. So, want more freedom in your life? Revealing video exposes a simple truth. Watch now. And then let's change the bottom here. Now, what I suggest is tell the prospect exactly what to do. So you don't just leave it vague, click below and find out how you can participate in this amazing opportunity. Same thing, maybe we want to change the color of this. Maybe we want to make this bold. All of this you can do simply right here. Click below. And then right here, tell me more. Now, this is your call to action. And when we click into the settings here, there's going to be a lot of things we can do. But before we do that, let's just go back here to the site itself. Maybe you want to change this background too, just to give you an idea. Over here on the left, you'll see this hamburger kind of menu item. If you click on that, it'll pull up the side menu. Okay. What's cool here is as you're building a website, you can actually see it in mobile view, you can see it in tablet view, and the default PC. So as you're building something with one of our templates, this is using it's called Bootstrap. It's automatically going to make it nice and friendly in all devices. But do double check because sometimes some additional formatting might need to take place depending on your images and stuff that you put in. But here in this area here, you're going to have different sections. This is a simple website, just one section. But if I want to go in and edit the background, I just click on the little settings gear icon here. And I can choose the background image. So I can just click here and just the same thing. It's going to pull from the media library. So we do have in the team area, we've put in, sorry, my Zoom controls just keep getting in the way. Let me try to push those to the side. So you can pick a different background. That looks really ugly. So let's get rid of that. Let's do this again. Pick a different one. There we go. Gray swirls, simple. Now, some of you, you're thinking, I don't have a bunch, where do I get all this? Where do I get all these materials for design? There is so many places, free items online. For images, for example, I think pexels.com. This is a great place to find royalty-free photos and videos that you can use, backgrounds. You can grab a Zoom background if you want. But anyway, there's a lot of free resources online for design that you can use to, and then you can use other items like Canva to modify and stuff like that. But I'm not going to get in here and show you how to be a graphic designer. We will add, some basic stuff and templates so you can use it. But yeah, this is pretty simple here. You've changed the headline. We've dropped in a video. Now let's work on the call to action button. So right now it says, tell me more. I'm going to click on the gear. And what do we want that button text to say? Let's say, get started. Okay, simple enough. And then we can change the button color, background color, text if you want, the color of the text. I'm just going to leave it as the default. Another cool thing you can do here is set a delay. Okay. Some people, you're going to see it in your stats in the activity feed. How long someone's been on your website, how much of the video they've watched. And it is surprising sometimes that you're like, why didn't the guy even watch the video? He clicked in and he literally just clicked and filled out the form. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But depending on what you're trying to do, if you're trying to pre-qualify someone, you probably do want them to watch 2 or 3 minutes of the video. So if that's the case, you can add a delay. This is, right now the default 0, it's showing 60 in here, but it's actually grayed out just to give you an example. But if you wanted them to watch at least 30 seconds of the video before the form option appears, you can set that here. Now, also, you can assign a contact category. So as a prospect is coming through your form, where do you want them to land in the CRM? What's might be easier here? Let me just save this for 1 second. I'm going to just publish this page as it is. Because I want to take you back and just show you the where it is in the system itself. So to make this simple, if you right click on a tab, you can duplicate a tab. So basically, I'm just creating 2 versions of Networker Central right now, so I can kind of go back and forth and show you how it works. But anyway, we're talking about contacts. So in the contacts area, you'll see here, there are some default categories: new prospects, interested, qualified, members, customers, etc. You can easily click here to create your own custom category. You can move them around, and that's what I'm talking about here. So if you want these prospects to come into a certain category in your CRM, you can assign it. So if you create one, I'm just going to use new prospects to show you. Okay. Also, since I'm over here, back when we're talking about the media library and uploading stuff, that's going to be under resources, media library. And you'll see two folders. The first one, so there's a team folder in here. This has this is stuff that anyone in Networker Central can use. So like I said, in images, there was backgrounds. These are those background images I was just showing you here. But if you want to upload your own, you just go into your private folder here, and you can create your own folders and subfolders and literally just upload a file from here. And once it uploads, it'll be available for you to use in the website builder. So let's go back to here. Bear with me. Okay, so here's the site we were working on. I'm going to click the edit button again. And it got all dark in here. I'm working from Vegas today, and for some reason, my blinds just automatically closed. Maybe it thinks I'm not here. So hang on 1 second. I'm going to click a button here so we have some more light. Okay, we got light again. Hopefully that doesn't happen again soon, but we'll see. So anyway, we're in here. We're going to get back to the call to action button. So I'm clicking on the gear as we did earlier. Okay. And here, this is what I'm talking about, the categories. So I'm going to have these ones just drop into the general new prospects category. We can also have it automatically trigger an email series, so an autoresponder campaign. So if you want to trigger an autoresponder campaign, this is where you would have set it right here. I'm going to leave it blank for now, because once we build this funnel, I'm going to show you how we can assign it to an email autoresponder, but as well, I'm going to show you how to initiate an Ava voice campaign and have that connected here as well. So down below, these are the button actions. So there's a lot of options here: opening a capture page, link to a page within the site, link to external. Okay, these are all the options. What we're going to want to do here on your first page is we want to capture the prospect's contact information. So we're going to click Open Capture Form. Now here, if I've already got some in here. You can see there's a list because this is my demo account, but you probably don't have any forms created. So the first thing you're going to want to do is create a contact form. So click New Form. And on this contact form here, you can give it a name. I'm going to call this whatever. Let's call it name, email, phone, demo. Okay. So because I put an email phone just because that's what I'm going to collect. Okay, and then here, what are the fields we want to collect here? It says introduce yourself. I can change that if I wanted to say something else, but you know what, that works. I want to collect first name, last name, email. I want more though. I want the phone number. So I'm going to click view more. And here's some additional fields that you can add. So we're just going to click there, and now the phone number appears. Simple. You know, if I wanted address and additional info, I can do that here, but I wouldn't suggest asking for more than you need. Okay, it decreases your conversions. So ask at a minimum of what you want. If you're just giving away a lead magnet, maybe name and email is fine. I think for most of our customers, first, last, email, phone seems to be what they're looking for. And there is an option here too to create a new field. Now, if you maybe have a qualifying question, right? Are you let's say this is real estate and you want to ask them, are you the homeowner? So you can actually create new fields and have those appear in here as well. Okay, but simple enough. Once you've got this form saved, now, in the button action window that we're at, we're going to want to create, there it is, name, email, phone, demo. Okay. And let's see. Now, what I'm going to do next, we need to come back to this because we want When someone fills out that form, we want to take them to the next step in the funnel, but we haven't created it yet. So let's just save it from where we're at. Okay. You can always save the page. This will save it into a drafts folder. Or if you just click publish, not only will it save it, but it will publish it and make it viewable as well. And that's probably the better way to do it, because that way you can kind of see your changes live as you're doing it. Um, and here, we're not going to get into the details here, but you can, like right now, this is just using my default Networker Central URL, dennis.mynetworkercentral.com / the page name. But if I wanted to, you could actually create your own custom domains. Once you've got them registered in the system, you can select and use those as well. So I'm not going to do it in this example. We're just going to stay with the replicated domain. I'm going to publish. Okay. And to check it, you can actually just click on this link. It'll open up in a new window and you can see the page we're already working on. It's looking pretty good. Okay. So next, we've got the first step in the funnel. You can see here, if I click the get started button, here it is. Introduce yourself, asking for first name, last name, email, phone. It has our AVA approved disclaimer and privacy policy already linked here and ready to go. Looking great. Okay. So with that out of the way, let's create the second page in the funnel, and I'll show you how we can link them together. So we're going to exit this. Now we're back at Networker Central. We're back in the My Websites area. And if we go into the custom sites, you'll see the one we created. There it is. It's opportunity. Okay. And if it's showing here under my custom sites, it's live. Okay. If you don't see it here, it's most likely in the drafts tab because you didn't publish it yet. So if it's been published, it'll be on the active site. Now you can see here, this actually worked really quick. We're seeing a live screenshot of what this page looks like. This rendering process can take a few minutes. So if you save your site and you're like, that's not my video, that's the default video, it's probably just our rendering software hasn't created the new image. So just give it a couple minutes and eventually you'll see an actual screenshot of your site. So if you're creating another page in your funnel, a time-saving feature, because most people want it to flow and have the same, like, let's just say we created the same backgrounds. Maybe we've got our company logo and our branding and our fonts and everything built into here. If you wanted to create the next step in the funnel and keep those same components, you just click this button here, which is duplicate this page. So simple click of a button. And again, we give it the next page. I'm going to call this one book a call. And I'm going to click the duplicate and edit button. And this will, again, it'll create the new page and bring it into editor format. So this actually has all the components we just had on our page, but obviously now this is the second page of the sales funnel. So we're going to make some changes. Now, again, just to save time, I just asked Ava to write us some content here. We're going to make this really simple. This one's going to be schedule your call. I've got a short video we've created. I'm going to create a couple of these, I think, just general. So anyone in Networker Central can use them. But I have a book a call video somewhere. Oh, here it is. It's in my personal folder. So basically, they've gone through, they've watched a 2 or 3 minute video. And if I didn't say this at the beginning, this is an example of someone looking to start a home-based business. But the same thing works if you're doing real estate, life insurance, whatever, you know. And that being said too, don't look at a template and say, oh, this one's for travel. It's not going to work for my nutrition business. They're just templates. If you like the flow and the layout of the template, just select that template. Okay. So yeah, I've got schedule your call. Again, let's go back, make this orange. I don't know why that overrode it. There we go. And This text actually works. I'll show it to you after I paste it in, but this text works really well. One of the reasons people will book what we call a discovery call is because it's just that. It's like kind of a no obligation thing. So, book a call with me. This is not a sales call. There's nothing to buy on this call. It's just a good fit. We're just to see if this is a good fit for you and me, right? So people are getting on there without the obligation of a high pressure sales thing. Now, at the end of the day, you're going to go through the discovery process, whatever that is, 12-minute video, 20-minute presentation, whatever it is. But at the end of it, you're going to, ask permission. If they like what they saw, of course, you're going to move into the next sales strategy right there. So here, again, we'll just get started button. We're going to do this a little different here. We're going to change it. We're going to be real specific here. We're going to say book a call or book your call. Okay. And then what we're going to do after this one, we're not going to open a capture page here. What we want to do is we want to link them to your calendar. So there's a lot of calendar options out there. If you're not familiar with one of these, I've got an example one. Don't fill this one out. This is sales guy Larry, who works with us. But here, if I go to he's using Calendly. And again, this is, if it's Calendly, it's Cal, it's you can book me. There's so many calendars out there. I personally, I like Calendly. It's free. So you don't need to pay for it. You can if you want. There's some really cool features in the paid version, but there is a free version if you don't mind this, powered by Calendly. But basically, you can create this free calendar, set your availability, and then your prospects can auto book themselves into your calendar. So they could be, oh yeah, hey, what about tomorrow? What's the availability? I'd like to meet with you at 1 o'clock. They fill out their information here. It literally drops it. It integrates with Gmail. It integrates with Outlook, whatever your calendar program is. It's going to integrate. It's going to drop it in there, and it's going to mark that time as unavailable so someone doesn't double book on you. But what also this will do, it's kind of like, now you're hitting them on two sides here. Calendly can send text reminders leading up to your appointment as well. And I would encourage you to add those in because that totally improves the conversions. So stepping back to the website builder here, in this one, like I said, in the first page, we opened a capture form. We're not going to do that again. We already got their info. Instead, we're going to link to an external website. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to drop in my calendar link and hit save. That's it. Pretty simple page. Let's publish this one. And now, okay, so we've got the book a call page. Okay, that's working. And exit. Now we should have two pages that we've created. Okay, so there's the opportunity page. And see what I was talking about? It's not showing my video yet. It's showing this cartoon guy from the template. But again, probably by the time we finish this call here, I come back to this page, it's going to show the proper rendering. But okay, so this is page one of our funnel. This is page two. And then page three is actually the external calendar. So it's not going to show here. But what we want to do now is link these two pages together. So let's go back to the first page, and we're going to click the edit button. And from here, go back to the button, click the settings gear. Again, we're opening the capture form. We're not going to make any changes here. We're still capturing the name, email, phone. But right here, it says after the capture page form is filled out, then what? Okay, so there are all the options here. The default is showing a thank you page, or you don't want to do that because that'll just end the process. What we want to do is link to another page within our system. So this will list all of your active pages. So there it is, book a call. We've got that one in place, hit save. and then we will republish to make sure all the changes are in. Okay, and now we can literally try this out and see what I've got my, if this looks small to you, sorry, I'm on a big screen here today and I've got my settings here so I can do 25 things at once. But it probably looks more like that for real people. So anyway, so here it is here. I can watch it. This is just an example. There's a lot of actually really good videos in our platform. Now, they're all generic in sense or whatever. But if you want to create your own, don't feel like you got to be a video expert. You can do this inexpensively. Companies, I use Fiverr quite often if I need additional work outside of our in-house design and development teams. That's Fiverr.com if you're familiar with it, FIV.com. This is a great place to find freelancers if you're looking to do video, if you need design help, you need anything. If you're looking for bigger projects, there's another company called Upwork, but a lot of sources in there. But the reason I was saying that is this video, for example, was created on Fiverr for I think $30. Okay, it's amazing. So don't try to, it's so funny. I see people wasting weeks of their time trying to create the perfect video when they're trying to save $30 and they're spending 20 hours of their own time. Remember, your time's valuable too. So hiring a freelancer to do some of this stuff, it's really worth it. Even if you paid a couple $100 to get a nice 5-minute video done, why not? Now later on, in maybe one of our future sessions here, I'll bring on Larry Kelly on our team. He's really versed at video creation using AI, and he can show you a lot of cool, like free tools that you can use. The AI creation of videos is actually coming a long way as well. So, okay, so here's our landing page there. The prospect watched the video, and now they're going to fill out the form here. Let's go here, Jim Billings. B 1 2 3. Okay, so I'm going to fill this out. Click get started. And if all works correctly, boom, it goes to the next step in our sales funnel. So you can see schedule a call. So I've got this short video encouraging them to take the next step to fill out the form. And again, this is just one example. You don't have to use my stuff here. This is just an example. I didn't get permission from some people, or I would have shown you some of their stuff, but some of our clients have got really cool stuff. And you don't, I was talking about Fiverr, really the videos that get the best results are the videos created on your iPhone. So go out, go to the park, get a good background, get someone to help you out, get a tripod, make it look good. But really this human interaction is what people are looking for these days. And those types of videos actually get a much better response. So anyway, so prospects come through landing page 1, they've gone through landing page 2, and they want to book a call. Now, if I did this correctly, it should open the calendar. Ta-da! That simple. Okay. So this process is proven. It works. I wish I wrote these numbers down so I could show them to you, but just, to give you an idea of what people are getting, what kind of results people are getting. Now, let me step over here. Okay, so in this example today, we're talking about business opportunity leads, right? People that are in network marketing, direct sales, MLM, affiliate marketing, and you're looking for opportunity seekers, people that are looking to work from home. If that fits what you're doing, we have something else in here called traffic, okay? So literally, someone can go under traffic and leads and purchase traffic. So you can literally buy 100 visitors. We drive the traffic directly to you. We've got proven ad campaigns that are running all the time, hundreds of thousands of clicks, probably more than 1 million clicks a month are coming through our platform. So there's a lot of data, and we're seeing really good results. So just to step back here, something like this page, okay? If I was to purchase traffic, drive it through here, these are typical numbers you can expect. Now, it's going to change depending on your call to action, your video, how many fields you're asking for. But something like this, where you're asking for name, email, phone, very simple, clean page, less than, say, a 90-second video on the front end, you can probably expect around a 20-25% click to lead. So a CPL. So that's your cost per lead. So basically, let's say 25% is average. Some of our clients do luck out and get like 40+%, but I'm not going to start talking about that to get your hopes up. But shoot for 25. 25 is kind of middle of the road. If you're getting 25% conversion, you're there. If you want to keep A/B split testing and try to improve it, go for it. Okay. But yeah, you could literally, so for every 4 people that visit this page, 1 would come through and fill out this form. And if you were using our traffic, let's just see, for example. So it's right here. It's called real-time traffic. And you can get visitors from as low as 89 cents per click. Okay. So if we were doing that, so let's say 89 cents and you've got 4 people, you're generating a lead for about, $3.60 a lead. Pretty impressive. Okay. And then from there to the next stage, how many of those go through? Well, this number actually improves. So when someone comes through the first one, let's go to book a call. The number of people that'll actually click on here and schedule an appointment is actually, on average, it was 20%. Okay, so 20% of the people that landed on the second page would then schedule themselves automatically in your calendar. But what's really cool now is that was a few months ago, 20%. Some of our clients right now are reporting as high as 40%. Okay. And that's because they've triggered Ava to help with the call. Okay. So 20% of your prospects are going to click through here and do this right away without any interaction. That's just kind of the numbers, right? Again, it's going to depend on your video and your call to action and everything you've got. But yeah, if you can get that number from 20 to 40, your cost per appointment has just gone down considerably. So how do we do that? Now that we've got this page set up, let's go back to Networker Central. As I mentioned at the beginning, you can see there's a default site. If you want to make your new site to be your default site, you can do that too. I'll show you how to do that. You take the first page in your funnel. All you do is click this little star, and it says set as default. And you scroll back up. Voila. Okay, so this is now my main site, dennis.mynetworkercentral.com. Okay, so now if I want to assign, there's a few things we can do. We can do it at the top here. We can assign a voice assistant. So let's do that. I've already got a campaign created. So introduction and schedule in calendar. That's the one we want to use. Okay. And we want to set a delay. I just know from my own process using this, I got a 90-second video. I got a 30-second video. Give them a few more minutes. Let's say I'm going to have Ava call in 7 minutes. Okay. And hit save changes. Now, literally, prospects going to come through. 20% of those, like I said, 25% are going to go through to the calendar page. 20% of those are going to auto book into the calendar. And then what's going to happen is Ava's going to give them a quick call and try to get more people through. Now, in order for this actually to have worked, you would have had to initially set up the voice campaign. So again, that's under automations, AI voice assistant. Okay. And then you're going to want to set up the campaign for introduction and schedule in calendar. So if you want to, you know what, let's have a quick listen here because I want to grab my coffee. So let's have a listen to this 2-minute. This is an example of scheduling in the calendar. This is what Ava will be doing with your prospects. Have a listen.
Hello, this is Scott.
Hi, Scott. This is Ava, the virtual assistant for Jackson Miller at Payday Connections. I wanted to first thank you for visiting our website and requesting more information today. We just wanted to give you a quick call to provide you with more details. Before we get started, I need to mention that all calls may be recorded for quality assurance. With that out of the way, it says here that you are looking to earn some additional income working from home. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Great. Are you currently working right now?
Yeah, I've got a full-time job, but looking for a little more.
Thanks for sharing that. Are you looking for something part-time or full-time with this opportunity?
Starting part-time, but wouldn't mind going full-time if I could get something working.
Got it. One last question. What is the primary reason you're looking to start something right now? Is it mainly for extra money, or is there something more driving your interest?
More flexibility, want to travel a bit more and not be tied down to a regular job.
Scott, you sound like a perfect candidate for this opportunity. If it's okay with you, let's coordinate a call with Jackson so you can learn more about what we do and see if it's a fit. Can I text you over a link to Jackson's calendar where you can select a time?
Yeah, go ahead. Send it over.
Perfect. I just texted that over to you. You should have it any moment. Were you able to pull up the website okay? Great.
Yeah, that came through right away.
Awesome. Take a moment now and select an appointment that works for you. I can stand by while you do that. Just let me know when you're done and what date and time you selected.
Okay, just give me one sec here.
Sure, take your time. I'm here when you're ready.
Okay, all set.
Fantastic. What date and time did you select for your appointment with Jackson?
Oh, I've got it set for this evening at 8 p.m.
Thank you so much for your time today, Scott. It was a pleasure speaking with you. I'll let Jackson know we spoke and that you are in the calendar for this evening at 8 p.m. You have yourself an amazing day.
You too, thanks.
Goodbye.
Okay, hey, I'm back. So again, between the combination of prospects going through and Ava doing a follow-up campaign, and again, with autoresponders and your own follow-up, okay, you definitely want to follow up and message and text people that haven't gone through. You can get those numbers. Like I said, the number somewhere above 20%, I think is successful. Now, I did see a question. Again, if you've got questions, I am here live. This is being recorded though, so if you are watching this on a replay, no problem, but we will be doing this on a weekly basis, doing different areas of the system. But if you are here with me live, ask some questions, put in the Q&A, and I'll try to answer it. One of the questions I see on here is about show up rates, because and again, I'm trying to be as realistic with you as possible. As you know, not everybody's going to come to your landing page to fill out your form, right? And not everybody's going to fill out your form and go to your calendar. People are no-shows too, and what percentage of that? Actually, it's pretty high. Okay, I think your goal should be to get a 40% show up rate. Now, if you're hearing that, say, wow, that's low. Actually, that's high. Okay. If you don't do anything and people just book in your calendar and you don't follow up and do anything, you might get a 5% show up rate. Okay. This is a little bit of work. People, when someone comes through, we're going to do all of this. In addition, like I said, we can trigger an email autoresponder campaign as well, right? And maybe that drips on them and it drives them back to the calendar, right? But once they book an appointment, that's not over. At that point, now you have to take that's still, you got to get that person to the appointment, right? So in that, you definitely, if you're using a system like Calendly, make sure you're paying for, I'm not sure if it's paid part of it or not, but you want to have those reminders going out, texting them a link, sending them 1 hour before, 15 minutes before the meeting, sending those text reminders leading up, because that is important. But all being said and done, it's in reality, not everybody's going to show up. Okay, people come through, they even forget what they filled out, etc. And again, if you can get 40% of those people to attend, you are gold. Okay, if you're somewhere in that 20 to 40% range, just keep working on your follow-up. I know a lot of people with a lot of leads find this time consuming, and it's hard to make it all happen. You know what? Virtual assistants are inexpensive as well. So a lot of our clients here have virtual assistants over in the Philippines, etc., that do the kind of tedious follow-up to keep it in there. But again, the sales funnels here, especially with Ava and the autoresponders, we're getting them as far as we can at this point. And then, yes, you do have to get a little bit more done to get them over the finish line and get them there. But once you get them there, what's great about all of this is once these numbers are in place, you're going to know exactly what it is, right? So, and don't look at these numbers with 100 visitors, because it's either going to look amazing or it's going to look crappy, and both are incorrect. Okay. In order to really get a statistical number, it's going to take hundreds, if not 1,000 or more visitors coming through your campaign. But eventually, you're going to have some real numbers, or you're going to know and again, you're going to be tweaking and, getting it. But once it gets dialed in, let's say, okay, I've got 27% click to lead. I've got this to this, right? And then those numbers all the way along. And then maybe it's for every 1 in 3 people that actually attends your discovery call that you close them in at a $500 sale. Once you have those numbers in place, you can figure out your cost per enrollment or cost per sale. Now, hopefully, they come in one end and they come out the other end, and this number is higher than this number. Okay, that's the best scenario. That's called a self-liquidating funnel, when basically every dollar you put in at least breaks even, hopefully makes a little bit more, and then you just reinvest all that money back into your advertising. But again, let's be real here. That doesn't always happen. Okay. I like to give this example. There was one of our sites, a lead site, back in the day, we were buying pay-per-click over on Google or whatever. And it was like, I think the first month spent $5,000 in advertising. And it came in, and I think we got $2,700 in sales. That wasn't even profit. That was just sales. And most people would be like, oh, total failure, lost it. No, we looked at it. We thought, okay, that was our cost to acquire a customer. Now, the next month we did it again, and again, spent $5,000, got $2,700 or whatever it was. But then those customers from month one, a certain percentage of them reordered. And it only took about 3 months until now, every $5,000 we were putting in, we were getting $6,500 back. And then it was $10,000 back. And then it was $27,000 back. And it was like, you got to look at the long game on this. And if you're in network marketing, for example, what is the value of somebody on your team? I remember many years ago talking with Tim Sales, and it's basically priceless. He has people on his team that have made him millions of dollars over the last 20 years, and they were one lead. Okay. You have to look at the whole thing. I was talking to another gentleman, promoting Melaleuca the other day. He got 10 enrollments. Out of those, I can't remember what it was. I think it was 9 of them just became regular customers. 6 or 7 of them were recurring, we're still buying after the 3rd or 4th month. But the key was, one of those people went and became a director within his organization, and that alone just paid the whole thing. So you got to look at the whole long term here, because that's really what matters. So where are these? I'm going to try to answer these questions here, but again, I want to respect everybody's time here as well. So we're going to cut this off at 1 hour, but I will post your questions. I will try to answer them here. Someone's asking where our traffic is coming from. Now, we own our own network. It's called Exclusive Clicks. We've been doing this for over 20 years. We own a lot of work-at-home portals, things like that. I'm going to show you an example. This isn't a live site, but it shows an example of how we generate leads. So this is just side gig, sidehustle.com. But this is an example. So we build websites and articles around whatever the latest thing is. Oh, let's see about becoming a Fiverr freelancer, right? So you're like, that has nothing to do with being a business, correct. Making surveys, becoming an Uber driver, a lot of different things, right? What is Rover? My daughter did this. Great program, so someone's reading about an article, and then along the side, we run ads, okay? Little banner ads. It looks just like Google ads. So they're here. We've already got an interested consumer. They were clicking about an article about some mom making money working at home, or they're looking for a side income, doing Uber Eats or doing Rover, right? And then along the side, we have general ads that they're like, hey, into like top side hustle for 2025. You got to check this out. And then when they click here, so it's a generic ad that kind of works for anybody in direct sales. So when they click on that, our software then just rotates it to the next person looking for a lead. Now, this is why our conversion numbers, I'm saying, 20, 25, sometimes as high as 40%, because these aren't direct clicks of people that are just online on Google saying, work at home. Because trust me, if you go and buy clicks like that, you're going to get like a 5% conversion. This is like the second click. They've already, they've clicked on something, they've come over, and then they've clicked again. So we've been really good at this. Now, where does it originate from? It changes all the time, right? Back in the day, there was more of this online content and blogging and SEO. Today, yeah, it's gone more social media, right? So, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok's really big right now. There's a lot of traffic coming from there, but it's changing. Where will it be a few months from now, a few years from now? Who knows? This is the thing. This is why traffic and generating leads is not easy to duplicate, because the ball is always moving, right? You don't know where the next spot is to generate leads, but we generate leads and we generate traffic. And this is why, like, the traffic's good quality. We know it because we drive it through our own lead pages. So that's how we test all of our sources of traffic, and we make sure it's converting well. And then we take a percentage of that and we route it through our traffic network as well. So hopefully that answers your question there. Let's see. If a person books a call, will Ava call the person, or does she know? See, that's one of the things where you will have to intervene a little bit. Okay. So let's say someone filled out your form on your landing page and they ended up as a contact in your CRM. Okay. So what's going to happen? You're going to see here, whoever this is, Steve Gordon. Oh, he's already gone through. So what you'll see here is this: when someone comes through, you're going to see Ava call queue. Okay. Now I'm going to click on this and it's already going to say it's too late. Yeah, it says the successfully completed. But let's just say you come through and Joe has come through your landing page and you saw he auto booked into the calendar. You can click into the CRM and instead it's going to say in queue and it's going to be dialing in 3 minutes. There's a cancel button next to it. You just click cancel. But don't worry, okay? If they get a second call from Ava, she knows how to handle that too. So she's going to call, she's going to, hey, Joe. And he's going to be like, oh, I actually was just online and I booked an appointment. She's like, oh, great. You already booked an appointment. Fantastic. What time were you scheduled for? Perfect. I'll let Dennis know. Okay. So she knows how to handle it as well. So, but if you can, yes, go in there and cancel the call. And it is. Okay, another one about storage space. Yes, there is storage limits in the media library. So depending on whether you're on the Pro plan, if you're on the Pro plan and you're getting alerts that you need more storage, you need to upgrade to the Premier plan. Now, if you're the Premier plan, I don't know offhand, let's say it's 5 gigabytes of storage. It's quite a bit of storage, but definitely our power users are hitting those limits. Eventually, there will be some, we call them booster packs that you can buy to add additional media library storage, message sending, blah, 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 these little bundles. We don't actually have them available yet. So right now, if you're hitting those limits, just reach out to customer service. We can complimentary, I don't know, didn't obviously say that word correct, but we can give you a free boost. So if you're already hitting your limit at 5 gigs, we can move that up to 10 at no cost, at least until we have those new upgrade options available. Okay. A lot of questions in here about the training and is this going to be recorded? Absolutely. This is going to be recorded. It's usually next day. It's recorded on Zoom. We got to wait and do a little edit. And then what we do is we upload it to the media library. So if you're in the system, you go under resources, media library, double click on team, double click on webinar replays. And you're going to see it in here. You can see our Wednesday night weekly webinars, and you're also going to see these new workshops listed in here as well. So just give us till the morning, and that will be here. Let's see here. Quality of the prospects. Seeing that here. Now, I just showed you one option to drive prospects to your landing page. If you're, what kind of people are clicking on our ads and searching for Uber Eats and doing this type of stuff and searching for side gigs, the reality is a lot of these people are not in three-piece suits working on Wall Street. Okay, they're, these are people that are, they barely have the money to put together sometimes, right? So the quality of the prospect, it's a numbers game. But I can tell you, prospects are coming through here. And at the end, we have customers selling, $1 opportunities, getting started into Melaleuca, $1,500 travel opportunities, $10,000 high ticket items, and they are converting. So it does work. But if you're looking for higher quality traffic, you don't need to purchase our traffic at all. I mean, feel free to go to Forbes.com and buy an ad. I really love ads on SiriusXM. Great quality prospects. They're driving in their car. They're paying for premium radio service. But, setting stuff like that up, you might need an ad budget of 20 grand a month, right? For radio ads, for example. But you know what? You can do this any way you want. But for us, we're generating kind of the basic business opportunity lead. It takes a little bit more work sorting and going through it all, but there are good prospects in there. How difficult is it to start with a blank page rather than a template? You know what? I'm just going to show everybody just real quick another option here. And then I'll go through the questions after. And if I haven't answered it, I'll just reach out to you directly on that because we do have to close up. But I do want to show you, you don't have to. You can completely start from scratch. Okay. There are blank templates in there. And for those of you that are actually coders or whatever, you can actually do this all in HTML if you really want it. I don't want to build one from scratch here, but let's just go and pick a different one so you can get an idea here. So here's just another template we were working on. But you can see in here, I can go in if I want to, actually, because I thought this question might come up. So I asked ChatGPT to spit out some HTML for me. So let me just take this little, and again, you don't even have to know HTML. All you got to do is ask ChatGPT. They're pretty good at spitting it out. But if I just asked ChatGPT to like, hey, this is my page here, travel opportunity. I want to create a new little section with 3 bullet points. Okay, so here's the page here. Now, if I wanted to add a new row, there's a lot of ways to do it. Okay, you click new row. Wow, just about all the options are here. Do I just want text? Do I want images side by side? Text left, image right? There's all these options. Okay, in addition to this, if it's not the scenario that you want, you can do the custom row builder. Okay. And from within the custom row builder, you can do whatever you want. Let's say here, I want to have, maybe I just want to have a video and I want it centered. I can do that. Or I can have a video, text, 2 videos. You can do whatever you want. Okay. Let's get rid of that. But the more advanced, most advanced option is custom HTML row. So again, if you know HTML or you know how to use ChatGPT, you just post it in here. Okay. And click add. Now it's going to automatically drop it down at the bottom as a new row. Hang on. There, you can see it with my little emojis. Now over here, you can see it's got a custom HTML row, and I can call it whatever I want. I'm going to call this my emoji 3 bullets. Okay, that way I know what it is. Okay, so we got that emoji 3 bullets, and then you see this, I can move it. Let's say I want to move it up under this dark row. And here we go. So here's the page now, and we scroll down under, well, this is called the dark roll. Wow, look at that. I got custom HTML. So yeah, you can do whatever you want here. If I had more time, I'd love to show you what some of our customers have done, because they've done some pretty crazy websites with, you can do animations too. Like if I wanted this logo, for example, if I wanted to take this, where is it here? Under settings. Oh, hang on. Maybe it's, I forget where something is. Oh, here it is. It's the drop down and then the image. I can click here and I already have so slide in, slide out. So I'm going to have this slide in and down. I'll watch when I do that. I'm going to publish this page. Okay, we should have some. Well, there it is. It just kind of rolled in down. And yeah, just simple site. But you guys, you just got to get around and play with this. I know I'm not a graphic designer. Okay. I rely on our team. I'm just not that creative. And if that's you, don't worry about it. You can pick a template, you can work with it, but if you're getting all frustrated about it, you can hire designers really inexpensively. If you wanted to hire someone on Fiverr to help build your site for you, we can even point you in the direction. We've got some freelancers that have done some work for us, or reach out to us as well. Okay. We can't build your sites for free, but like I said, it's not expensive. And, but if you did want to use a freelancer to build it, we even have documentation available to show your freelancer exactly how to build it in our format that works for you. But yeah, don't get all frustrated with this. It really, you can build, I've seen people spend weeks building super elaborate websites, but if your point here is to generate leads, make money, schedule appointments in your calendar, I think it's more important for conversions. So keep that in mind. Pretty websites, I get this all the time. Everyone's like, hey, look at my website. Tell me what you think of it. And my answer is, well, how much traffic have you driven to it? And what are the conversion numbers? And they're like, oh, I haven't done anything with it. Well, it doesn't really matter what I think, right? What matters is how many people have viewed the page and gone through it. And again, don't send 10 visitors, don't send 50 or even 100. Go through, obviously make sure the page works, make sure no typos, make sure it looks good on mobile and everything. But then, yeah, drive through some traffic and then make an edit of that page, send some more traffic to that. I saw a question in there, A/B splitting. Do we have rotators? We are going to be building a rotator into Networker Central. It's going to be free to allow you to do this. But I can tell you, customers are doing this right now using just purchasing multiple traffic packages. So instead of buying 1,000 visitors, buy 2 packages of 500. You send 500 to this one, 500 to the other one, and that works. So anyway, really happy to see so many of you getting involved, asking questions. Sorry, I couldn't get to all the questions, but I will go through them and reach out. And yeah, we're going to start covering different areas of this. Because I know there's a lot of you, you're like, okay, well, now I got my sales funnel, but how do I replicate it through my team share to the rest of the team? How do I build out, beautiful email autoresponders? We're going to, each week, we're going to try to touch different areas. And then based on your questions and where you're feeling stuck, let us know and we'll start covering those in the coming weeks. So the rest of you, sorry I went a little long, but enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll make this recording available in the back office in 24 hours. See you next week. Appreciate all of you. Thank you.